Thanks for checking in, guys, and we're witnessing history here with this massively powerful Hurricane Irma. This is latest high-resolution satellite of the storm. You can see it's barreling towards Cuba, and unfortunately, it's going to make a beeline for the whole entire state of Florida, and specifically now, it looks like the west coast is going to be the greatest impact, but the whole state will be pretty bad. So don't be fooled if you're on the other coast of Florida. Very important. Here's the track I had this morning. I moved it from 2 days ago, which I had a more east track. It's now more west. The trends do not lie. Again, I expect a Category 4 or Category 5 to impact southern Florida and work its way right up the coast. You can see a National Hurricane Center, which anybody making decisions, this is the outfit to consult, not me, because remember, I'm not a pro. I do this as a hobby. But they have something very similar. And a big thing that's been going on, when I woke up this morning, I took a look at some of the trends in the models. This shows the GFS. The X's are the storm positions, and the lines show the previous runs of the American model. And you can see the clear bias to take this thing too far to the east. Once I saw that, along with observations I was looking at, I said, you know what, this storm is not coming up the eastern spine of Florida. This is going more west. And a big reason for that is, if you take a close look at this image here, okay, say 48 hours ago, see this little lobe? This is a high pressure area here. Watch how this lobe extends out more in the most recent model runs. Actually, you can see it now if I go like this. Watch that extend out compared to a few runs ago. And because of that, it's pushing the storm more to the south and allowing it, here's the flow from it right there. You can actually see in real time at 18,000 feet. It's allowing the storm to stay a little more to the south and move more due west before finally this little short wave coming out of the plains is going to merge with it and pull it north. That's going to happen a little bit later now, so that's why we have a storm that's going to track more west than more east. And I mean, look at this picture, guys. 3 big storms sitting in the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico. Unbelievable. I've never seen that. I know it's happened in history before, but it's unbelievable. Moving on, you can see that all the models now are starting to show that more western track. If we dive into the GFS model, I mean, this is just hard to look at. These are sustained wind speeds and pressure levels. So here comes the storm. Right, it's barreling into Cuba now. And then as we get into Saturday and especially early Sunday morning, it makes its turn. And by the time we get to early Sunday morning, I mean, this is just a complete disaster. Now, that low pressure is probably a little too low. It's probably going to be a Category 4, probably even a Category 5, actually, in this hits because the water's so damn warm out here. But the point still holds here, though, because this storm is going to be hitting the coast with 15 to as high as 150 knot winds in the worst-case scenario. And it's just going to do so much destruction and damage. It's just hard to watch model runs like this come in because the wind field's just so damn big. I mean, you have hurricanes sometimes where the wind field is much more condensed, but look at the wind field projected on the GFS, and a lot of other models are showing the same thing, and it rides right up that western spine of Florida, just unleashing its toll. And the biggest thing, too, you're going to see is the storm surges in the different coastal areas, which is why there's evacuations anywhere from 4 to over 8 feet. I got a golf trip planned, guys, for October, literally right in this area that's supposed to be underwater. So clearly that I might have to make alternative plans there. But again, this is going to affect a lot of folks and a lot more serious than not being able to play golf. I mean, let's not overlook the gravity of this situation. Again, those water temperatures are so warm that I am afraid that this storm, even though it might weaken a little bit by interacting with land, it's going to re-strengthen just before it makes its impact on late Sunday night. So keep checking in, guys. I'll do my best to keep you ahead of this storm, but very serious situation and a lot more to come in the following days.